Hello, I'm Steven, and today I'm talking a little about Odoo and some options that people have in using Odoo. I have a lot of different videos about Odoo and how it can help a business, but this one I wanted to cover some details. That way I can just refer to it in the other videos so that everyone can see how it could be used. So first off, I'm on odoo.com on the pricing page, and you can see some options here. Right now, the yearly selected, monthly is more. So they're trying to encourage you to sign up for a year at a time versus just a month. So first off, you notice the one app is free. So this is actually quite a good deal if you only need one app. One app might be Odoo Project, which basically gives you free premium Trello, or one app might be a website, which would then give you a free premium access to a website builder such as Wix or Squarespace, any of those ones with the website builder, you can get that for free with Odoo. And so it's really hard to compare their price-wise. You can do quite a lot with that. However, it won't be long before you will need another app with Odoo if you're starting to use it and expand it with your business. Accounting is another one. You can get into that. You could get accounting for free with Odoo if you just stick with that one app. But once you start growing and you need multiple apps, maybe you have e-commerce and accounting or whatever, it becomes a flat rate of per user. So here monthly is picked, so it's 31.10 a month. You can also get a trial if you want to try this out. So you're not totally stuck if you start with free. You might decide, hey, I want to try this other one out. You can go pop into the trial and see how it is. And then supposedly you can actually uninstall the app that caused the trial to start. And if you decide you didn't like it, and go back to the free. But I think this is still a pretty decent price if you don't have too many users, if it's just you or a couple more people. Like I said, you're getting the accounting software, which QuickBooks is probably going to be costing that much and more anyways. So you get the accounting for free, plus you're getting a website, which again, the website hosting probably costs that much anyways. I think you lose is if you have a bunch of people that don't use Odoo very much, and so you're not taking advantage of all the features of Odoo, so you're not getting all the value. If you're actually utilizing it fully, though, you likely could get a good bit of value. An example being it has a built-in chat app, it has a document storage, and it has OCR on receipts, inventory, tracking of products. It has tons of things. So if you're using it, it's probably going to make sense. So they also have custom, and so that is Odoo Online slash ODooSH. And so Odoo Online basically just says that you can use Odoo Studio, which is more advanced Odoo. You can edit stuff, and you can use the API, which is useful if you're a developer or want a developer to integrate with other products with you, or you want to try doing it yourself with something like Zapper or Windmill.dev. That would be necessary. So Odoo SH is no longer purely cloud hosted holding your hands. Now you have a server running, and you can actually SSH into the server and utilize Odoo. And that way you're a little closer to it. You can make dev branches, install your custom code. That would come at additional cost. You have the license cost, and you have the cost for the instance with the number of cores and how much space you're using, things like that. Because with the standard, from what I've seen so far, they pretty much just charge you the flat rate per user, and it seems to be pretty performant. I'm hosting 5, 6, 8 websites on my instance right now, and it does okay because they're all low volume, and it's super reasonable on price because it's just me, and so you can host a bunch of things. So I've liked that. You also, with the license, you get the Odoo app on your phone, which I do use quite a bit. And so I think altogether, for one user, if you're actually using it a good bit, it has the potential to replace a lot of other products, and so is likely a good deal. So other options, though, you don't have to use the Odoo hosting. You can pay for an enterprise license, and then you can go host it yourself. That's the nice thing with Odoo. Even in the standard or the free, you can go to your account, click download, and get your database. So they don't hold your data hostage. You can just take it and go. What you want to do with it, you can do with it. So there's a few options. You might be importing to another ERP. Again, super easy. Postgres database. Just load it up and copy over whatever you need. But you might be self-hosting. In that case, you can, with a premium license, you would just be able to load it up. It would work. Another alternative might be you're using an OCA module. And jumping over, we're on the OCA website here, oca-community.org, and this is a organization of people that create free modules for Odoo. And so you have the pay modules, in Odoo on the cloud hosted. The core Odoo is open source and free, but it's pretty worthless as just an empty app, even though it's a pretty awesome ORM if you're a developer, but it doesn't really do anything unless you have a module, so worthless without modules. OCA has made a variety of different modules. Some of them complement the pay ones, some of them can replace. So for instance, for accounting, there's various modules to cover some of the gaps with accounting if you don't have the pay version. You don't get some of the features such as the OCR on receipts though, for example, because that's a pay module, and it also takes additional credits with Odoo to run those receipts. So it's hit and miss depending upon what you need though. The OCA module might work good for you. And if it is working for you hosting, you have a few options. One is Cloud Pepper. It seems like a pretty reasonable price. I haven't used it myself, but I know someone who did and had liked it fairly well. It's supposed to be pretty easy. You just spin up the instance and it will handle a lot of the deployment for you, even help you with your custom modules. So again, if you're doing custom stuff, this can hold your hand a little bit more. You could also just host it yourself on a server. So there's DigitalOcean, just spin up a VM. There is Google Cloud, AWS, whatever you like. You can spin up a server with Docker, and there is let's see, Dooba. I believe that's it. I think that's it there. There we go. The GitHub for it is Technacative Doobda, so DOODBA. And what this is a environment for Odoo. Has different versions, and they make it pretty easy to spin up an instance. They have a script that asks you questions about your instance and helps set up some of the configuration. So it makes it super easy to make that Docker instance and run it on a standalone machine. So that's a great way, especially if you're a developer, to spin that up, or if you're just self-hosting, it's a good way to do that too. It includes things like backup, ways to schedule that. So a lot of tools there. A reverse proxy, so you have a whitelist, so it can't make requests out to random places without you giving it explicit permission. It's also possible to run Odoo and Helm with Kubernetes. It's a little more advanced and has its own set of challenges. But if you're just doing this for yourself, probably the cloud hosted is going to be a pretty good option if you have a lot of users and can get by with the free version. I would jump to Cloud Pepper and see how that is. But again, if you have a small number of users, I think Odoo Enterprise is worth it, at least at this point in time, the way they have it priced, especially when you start stacking on some of the other apps that you would be using. So I have another video talking about demo Odoo and Runboat, talking about ways we can test out Odoo and have a good playground quickly to work with it.